Hi, Lynette. I just wanted to touch on a few points that you made in your discussion. I want you to know that I do agree with you wholeheartedly that we should have strict confidentiality rules in place, you know, for our staff and for our volunteers. And also, I think we should report when there's any physical or sexual abuse, especially with our children. And I know we keep talking about our children, but um, I think those rules have to apply also uh, for adults as well. I can remember a few years back when I was working, it was several years back, and when they started the first home health program here in Arkansas where I live, I was one of the first groups that went through this class and graduated. And I had several clients that I would go to see each day, and the majority of them were elderly. We did have some were just disabled, but these were elderly people. And I had one particular client that went to see every day, and it really bothered me. I could sense that something was off because they lived in this big house. It was just she and her son, and I think she may have been in her 80s. And one of my responsibilities was to make sure I didn't have to clean the house, but I would clean her room and I make sure she was taken care of. And I also had to make sure that she was eating or got fed or got her medicine, anything like that. And I worked with her, I guess, a little bit over a month, and something just still wasn't right. And her son would always greet me with a smile, and when I asked him about feeding her, he would say that he had already fed her, washed the dishes before I got there. And this lady seemed like she was just scared to say anything. And as it turned out, one day when I went to see about her, he had to leave that day and run an errand. And I forgot to ask if he had fed her. So I asked her, has she eaten? And this lady started to like shake and tremble and like she was scared to death to answer me. And I said, it's okay to let me know whether you've eaten or not. I just wanted to fix you something to eat. And tears began to roll. And she had not had anything to eat. I don't know if it was in days or if he didn't feed her, but once or twice a week. But this, I fixed her something to eat, and this lady, I mean, she ate like she hadn't eaten in years. And she finally, she said to me, my son doesn't feed me. And as I started to look around, everything fell into place, without my instincts that something was not right in that house. And as it turned out, he was abusing his mom. And she was afraid to say anything to anyone about it. And so I just felt like I needed to report it. So that's what I did. I went to my supervisor and I reported to her. I didn't tell anyone else because, we're bound to keep everything, by law, to keep everything confidential that goes on between us. But it was a case where I felt like I didn't have a choice because this lady needed someone to step in and help her. And as it turned out, she was being abused. Her son was there, but he pretty much was taking her check every month. And he wasn't feeding her and taking care of her like he should have. And as a result of that, an investigation was started, and she was removed from the home, and she was placed in a facility where she was being taken care of and she was being fed. And as time went on, I lost track of them and I had other clients that I had to see about. But I thought about it down through the years and I thought, I know he was upset because I reported him, but I thought this is what was best to do for this client. And so I had to tell what was going on. So again, I agree. You had a very good discussion. I agree with everything that you said. Just want to say God bless. Thanks.